Welcome to Timeless Sparks, where history comes alive with stories that shaped the world. Today, we journey back 5 centuries to a world on the edge of transformation, a time when a single voice would ignite a revolution. This is the story of Martin Luther, the monk who shook an empire and lit a fire across Europe. Our tale begins in the small town of Eisleben, 1483. Born to a hard-working mining family, young Martin Luther grew up beneath the weight of expectation. His father dreamed of a future filled with law books and respectable status for his son. Martin excelled in school, his quick mind and questioning spirit catching the attention of his teachers. It seemed clear his path was set until the summer of 1505. On a humid July evening, Martin set out on foot, traveling home from university. Suddenly, the sky darkened and a violent storm erupted overhead.
"Help me, Saint Anne, I will become a monk."
He survived, and true to his word, he traded textbooks for a monk's habit, retreating from the world to seek peace with God. Inside the cold stone monastery walls, Martin dedicated himself to a life of prayer, fasting, and relentless discipline. Yet the peace he so desperately craved eluded him. The harder he worked to follow the rules, to confess every sin, to perform every ritual, the more unworthy he felt. It was in the quiet hours, poring over the pages of the Bible by candlelight, that Martin found something new, the idea that faith, not deeds, was the true path to salvation. As a gifted scholar, Martin became a professor at the University of Wittenberg. Here, a question gnawed at him, a question that would one day change the world. He saw the church selling indulgences, promising forgiveness in exchange for money. This, he realized, was a dangerous game. Faith was being bought and sold, the truth hidden behind golden coins. On the eve of All Saints' Day, October 31st, 1517, Martin did something bold. He penned 95 sharp, honest challenges to the ideas and practices he saw corrupting the faith. Carrying them with steady hands, he nailed his theses to the wooden doors of Wittenberg's castle church. He hoped for a scholarly debate. What erupted was a firestorm. Thanks to the brand-new printing press, Luther's message leapt from town to town, crossing borders faster than any messenger could travel. Farmers, merchants, nobles, and kings read his words. His call for reform resonated with people weary of corruption, hungry for meaning. The church struck back, demanding Martin recant. Faced with the might of the Holy Roman Emperor at the Diet of Worms, he stood tall.
"Unless I am convinced by the testimony of the Scriptures or by clear reason, I cannot and will not recant. Here I stand, I can do no other. God help me. Amen."
With those words, the world changed. Condemned as an outlaw, Luther was spirited away by friends, hidden in Wartburg Castle. There, disguised as Knight George, he set to work on something extraordinary, translating the Bible into German so that every person could read it for themselves. Luther's spark became a beacon for the Renaissance. Even though he wasn't a painter or an architect, he was a humanist at heart, a thinker who valued education, conscience, and reason. He opened schools for both boys and girls and inspired a new generation to ask hard questions. Yet the effects of his courage reached farther still, lighting the path toward the Enlightenment. By daring to challenge authority, Luther taught others to do the same. not just in matters of religion, but in government, science, and human rights. His ideas about conscience and freedom planted seeds that would blossom into revolutions and democracies centuries later. Martin Luther died in 1546, but his flame has never dimmed. Because of him, millions found new ways to read, to question, and to hope. His journey reminds us that a single spark, born of faith, fear, and honesty, can change the course of history.